Everybody, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be looking into if Catherine, Princess of Wales, can ever forgive the Harkles for what they have done and how they have behaved. I am going to be using a new deck that I have been gifted called the Unfolding Path. Thank you so much to the anonymous person who sent me a lovely box of treats yesterday. I got tarot cards and I got the Empath's Oracle, which is a oracle deck, and I got as well this beautiful very Merlin box to store the cards in, which is really nice. And I got a new space clearing spray that was on my wish list for a while, and it's got crystals in it and it smells really good. It's smokeless smudge spray, so for you ladies who don't like the smoke in the house, this is perfect. Lovely. Thank you so much. Even though you didn't leave me your name, thank you, anonymous person. It's lovely. It's lovely to get things like that. It's a lovely surprise. It's lovely to get new cards, and it's nice just to change it up. Now, these cards are beautiful. They are some of the most beautiful tarot cards I've ever seen, and they're quite cheap as well. The Unfolding Path are less than £20 for the box, so I think these are quite. I haven't really used them. I've shuffled them. I've looked at them all. I've played with them. So this is the first time I've used them for a reading, and they have got the most beautiful imagery on them. And you know how I have a dedicated deck really for Megsy, and I've got one for Harry. This could be Catherine, Princess of Wales's dedicated deck. It's just really nice. It's just vibing. Okay, so let's have a look and see if Catherine can ever forgive Harry and Meghan, and we'll take it from there. I should have the questions up on the side there. You should be able to see it, like where my computer is, if you know what I mean. Let's have a look. Will Catherine ever forgive them? Ever, 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 ever forgive them? Let's have a look. Page of Pentacles. For some reason, she's focused. If she was ever anything nice to them or anything like that, I feel like it would be because of the invisible children. That's where her concern is the most. Well, after all, she is the children's princess, but her instinct is the children that we never see. She's concerned for the kids more than anything else. That's an interesting starting point. And that's what keeps her there, the Eight of Cups in reverse. She is concerned for the Harkles, invisible children. And she can't quite walk away from the situation, even though she feels like she wants to. Six of Wands in reverse. It's interesting how we have that glorious moment, the wonderful moment with the Six of Wands, when somebody's coming home on their winning team, somebody's coming home and they've achieved something. It's depicted usually in the tarot, it's somebody coming up through the streets parading, they've done something, some valor. And I find it really interesting that the Six of Wands is here just as Invictus is going on. Yes, it's the 10th of September, and the Invictus Games are going on over in Germany, and that's for disabled veterans. And the gentleman who is a wheelchair user here, and it's in reverse though, so there's a lot of children energy here. She's very concerned around the kids, around her kids. She's very, I would say, very protective with the Six of Cups there. She's very nurturing on to what happens in childhood and how the children are exposed to things. I'm saying she's very protective because she wants to walk away from this whole Harry and Meghan thing, but she can't for some reason. And I think it's linked into the children. She doesn't want to. I feel like, let's see where we're going with this. Let's see what the cards say. What's leaving the situation? The Magician in reverse. I don't see them. I don't see forgiveness on the cards in the next 12 months at all. So if you see any puff pieces or anything like that, like Catherine is thinking of, the only one thing that she's like concerned about is their children. I feel like with the Magician in reverse card, she doesn't necessarily want Harry hanging around near her. She finds him very destructive. She finds him somebody who makes a mess. She isn't particularly pleased with, I feel like, some of his revelations regarding use of substances to alter his state of mind. She feels like he is being manipulated, but overall she's most concerned about the apparent children, and she's not in a place of like feeling like, oh, I'm scared of the children. No, this is a place of what damage is being done to the children, because I feel like she knows more than most of how things will be in that environment, because I feel like stuff has gotten back to her and she knows a lot more than she would ever let on. The Emperor in reverse. So I'm wondering if we are going to be seeing some issues regarding the Harkles coming for King Charles, coming for William, coming for the males in the line. I know we have got that issue with regarding that stupid book. I keep forgetting its name. By that daft man that looks like a melted Ken doll. And here we have what's on her mind, and we have got the 8 and 9 of Swords, the 9 of Swords in reverse, and the 8 of Swords upright. So I feel like the only thing is the children. She feels like her hands are tied. She can't do anything about that anyway. It does cause her some anxiety, but I don't feel like I don't feel like she's completely tied into it. We have the Hanged Man in reverse, and we have the Ace of Wands. in reverse. Now, Catherine being a Capricorn, they are tenacious, stubborn. I love Capricorns, by the way. This isn't a slight on them, but they're very tenacious. They're very stubborn. They're very focused, and I feel like there is a slight level when it comes to Catherine of impatience with this issue. She is just about had it with them. She's like, I know what they're going to do. I know what they're going to do next. And she's kind of just like, I feel she's a little bit frustrated. I feel like us, Catherine is a little bit frustrated. Things aren't getting done quite as quickly as she'd like. But yeah, on Buckingham Palace time, everything takes a year and a day for everything. We have the Ace of Wands there, so I feel like there's going to be some more frustrations coming from the Harkles. She's going to become quite frustrated with them. I wonder if there's going to be something to do with William's Earthshot stuff. I know he's in New York, and I know that he's going to be in Singapore, both for Earthshot. So I'm wondering if there's something to do with that. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and I feel like that's like later in the year, so that could be Singapore. But there is a frustration there. There is just like, really, what are they doing now, really? But they keep coming for, I don't see forgiveness there. I see sick of it. I see frustration. I see just her hands are tied with things that she can specifically do, but she wants, I feel like we've got some stuff coming down the track with the royal family, and they're going to do things a little bit differently. I feel like with regards to yesterday and how they handled the start of the World Rugby Cup, the World Rugby Cup, the World Cup Rugby, that's the way you say it. I feel like they really handled that really well, because they did that podcast, and then all of a sudden Catherine was in France, and William's going to be in France, and so is Princess Anne at some point. So I thought that was really good, and it completely, like, when they work together, it's really, really lovely. And I feel like that's what they did, and it just looks so disjointed with regards to Harry's over there by himself. He doesn't even have his wife as support. And then you've got all the royals sitting around doing a podcast. And I just thought it just shows how in sync and everybody gets on. And it's actually, yeah, anyway, you all know that. You got to see that. But I really feel like she's over it. She can read them very, very well. Her hands are a little bit tight. It's not going quite as fast enough as Catherine would like it to go. I know we all kind of like are on that page. We're just like, will they ever tootle off? But I don't think they will. Let's have a look and see what William thinks. Nope. Nah. I think Catherine has been more angry, in a protective sense. She's angry. She goes away. that they've not only damaged her reputation, but tried to come for her husband and even her children. Where William is wounded. But he thinks they've created their own karma with the tarot in reverse. He thinks they have created their own karma, dharma, whatever, just their own luck. They've brought in their own luck. They really have. And people can self-hex, but Harry and Meghan have really done a number on themselves. You can see through it. The Five of Swords in reverse and the Six of Wands in reverse. So while Catherine can very much see what's going on in Invictus and she thinks there's an inversion there, that things are not what they seem. The Five of Swords here, it shows to me that William is very aware of the things that have been taken and things that have been used. He feels very gaslighted as well, like all these different options, all these different stories. He feels like they're very much manipulating the press. They feel, yeah. There's the Magician in reverse as well there. And the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Page of Swords is often gossip, manipulation, stirring the pots, creating chatter. And the Magician in reverse as well, where again, this can show that there's going to be some more stuff coming out around Harry and illicit substances, I would say suggested. I feel like there's going to be some more information about that. We are going to be hearing some more stuff about how bad Harry is, in a sense, or Harry has been, and how much they have. I would say the royal families, one of the successes of the royal family is making everybody think Harry was this likable, relatable guy, when he seems to be like an entitled brat that's out of control. There's the Six of Wands and the Eight of Coins. He thinks he doesn't want to do any work and he wants all the glory with the Six of Wands. This is what William thinks of him. He just doesn't want to do so much work. He doesn't get what William and Catherine and the royal family are trying to do. He doesn't understand. Like, he doesn't. I don't see any reconciliation, and I think it's all in the next 12 months. In fact, I would suggest that the whole relationship is done. While Catherine is thinking of the children, William is not, to be honest. The Nine of Coins crossing over. He knows he has work to do. He knows he has things. He thinks that his brother is just doing this for cash and wants money and riches. That's what he thinks his brother is doing it for. The Magician in reverse, we may be getting some more stories from Harry. We might be getting Spare 15 or whatever it is. There may be a new pages added. We have the Eight of Coins in reverse. William thinks that they don't do any work, to be honest, and they want in all the glory. They want in all of the praise for doing very little, but they're also wanting money. So which you'll probably find distasteful and outrageous. The 10 of Cups, what he's wanting is a happy family. Everybody just to be content, to be nice, just to get on with it. And just keep things pushing. That doesn't mean that I think William wants reconciliation. I don't see any reconciliation on the cards at all. I think William and Catherine have both had a measure of them and a measure of Harry from the start, a measure of Harry, a measure of Meghan. And yeah, the 5 of Cups there is loss, and I think there's going to be some more hurt before the year comes out. I think the relationship is going to get worse. I feel like we have got the Emperor. I feel like they're going to come out and do something regarding the King and William. I do feel like there's going to be more stuff about them in the press, and stuff that'll have Harry and Meghan's fingerprints all over it. But Catherine is just like no. There's frustration there. There's a real sense of frustration there. And she's going to become more frustrated. Interesting with the Hanged Man in reverse. I think Catherine is worried that things are not being taken quickly enough, and that King Charles is not doing things, or William or Parliament or whoever is not doing things quickly enough, and she kind of think that it's going a little bit too slow for Catherine, and she'd like everything to keep it, keep things going. But Scorpios, Cancerians, there's a lot of them in the royal family, just want to take the time. But with a Scorpio, which King Charles is, when he does decide to do the killer blow, it was going to sting, and it'll probably be permanent. So I don't think there's going to be any reconciliation. Not for the next year or so. Not at all. But that's what I see. What did you see in the cards, guys? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts. If there's any suggestions for any other readings you'd like me to do, please leave it in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much to all the emotional support Coven members, and of course to the Richard III fan club. You will see your names up on the screen somewhere about now. I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate everyone on this channel. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps my channel out, and I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye everybody.